and I think they look fabulous. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to do this nail design as requested by a subscriber. If there's any nail designs you want to see a tutorial on how to do, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But let's get into this one. So I have prepared my nails with the peel off base coat that I always use. There is a video on that. Definitely check it out if you're not familiar. That makes changing your nail art super easy. The first thing we need to do though is put down a white base. I'm gonna use finger paints. This one is called Paper Mache. So I really like this white polish. I get it from Sally Beauty Supply. It's like $5 a bottle or something like that. They do have a variety of colors, but I use these for my standard black and white, not only because they're super affordable, but they're pretty decent quality. Sometimes the black one even only needs one coat, but the white one I definitely recommend doing 2 coats because, as you can see, if you're not putting it on thick enough, it can be a little bit patchy. For today's purposes though, we're not going to need 2 coats because we're just using it for a white backing to make the colors pop. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the nail dryer. And then for our top coat, we're going to use Seche Vivre. You know it's my favorite. This is a really good, high quality, thick, juicy, long wear, quick dry top coat. I definitely recommend if you're looking for a good one. Alrighty, those need to dry as well. While they are drying though, I want to show you the polishes we're going to use today. These are all from Orly. We have red, we have yellow, we have blue, and we have purple. And the reason I've decided to use these is because if these 2 ombre together, they make orange. If these 2 ombre together, they make green. And if these 2 ombre together, it's like indigo. So we're gonna get the full rainbow spectrum with just these 4 polishes. We have Girl Power, Morning Sunshine, Be Kind Rewind, and everyone's favorite purple Orly Synthetic Symphony. For our lines, we're stamping them and we're using Maniology Silver. I don't know what it's called because the Maniology labels always fall off. Maniology, after all this time, why have you not improved this labeling? The stickers don't stick to these curved bottoms. Print it on the bottle or put it on the cap, I don't know. So what we're gonna need to do our ombre is a sponge. I've used this one before, but that's okay because this side is still good. Okay, so now that our whites are on here and good and dry, it's gonna be time to work on our gradient of a type. It's like, I don't know what this is called, but we're gonna use this sponge. I'm gonna open all 4 of our paints and I'm gonna set them a little bit apart so that I don't accidentally knock one over while trying to get to the next one. Okay, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some on here. Now, we definitely want it to be long enough down to like this far probably, so that we can make sure it does get a good amount of coverage and enough to cover the actual nail that we're working on. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna be kind of blobbing them anyway, and we can kind of change the angle that we're working with, and we can also flip it around, things like that. But the important part is that we're able to get this to sponge on in some sort of smoothness. So we're just gonna start with this first one, and I'm gonna do a bit of a dab and a roll. We don't want to do too much of like a scooting it because we want to get all the colors that we're working with, but we do want to roll it so that we can get all of the sides of the nail. And so maybe you can see that's what we've kind of got going for this one. Yellow is not super predominant, but let's see if we can get a little bit more now. We are going to do 2 coats though, so it's not like this is the only amount we're gonna get. We'll get to put some more, and that'll brighten it up a little bit. If we do too much right now, it's gonna start peeling it up. So that looks all right for that one. I'm gonna put some more of all of this on here, because we are gonna have to continue to add more paint as we're dabbing it off, especially here at first when the sponge isn't already full of paint. The more that we do this, the more full it will become and less necessary. Now this one I'm gonna kind of tip it over. I think this direction actually is the way we're gonna go about it, because we don't want it to be exactly the same. We want a little bit of variety in what we get placed down. So tipping it, twisting it, that's gonna help you do that. And so that one looks a little bit different. Try and get up around your cuticles because you're likely to miss a lot of that. Yeah, that one's okay. All right, and then we'll just continue the same thing. I'll do these next ones in fast forward, and just with each one, I'm gonna put it on there a little bit differently. So like this one, I'm gonna flip it around so that we can get the color going in a different direction. I'm having a hard time getting that blue up in here where this white is, but that's all right, I suppose. I'll just clean it up after. Our yellow's getting pretty muddy. Uh-oh. And apparently I've smacked the red onto this nail. Uh-oh. Well, crap. So that's a thing that can happen. I dripped my purple onto my blue side. I'm trying to wipe some of that up, but let's see if we can't soak that blue in. It's a good thing that this doesn't really matter how you do it. It's all abstract anyway. But let's see about getting this one done. And you know, I did say I was gonna do 2 coats, but I don't know that I am because of how much I've already done. I do want to put a little bit more purple on this one, but I don't think I necessarily need to do another 2 whole coats. I'm just gonna try and deepen up some of these where they need it. There's a lot of paint in this sponge now. I don't think I really need to add more. I guess while I'm saying that, like literally I am adding 2 coats. I'm just not adding more paint to the sponge, but I'm still dabbing it on. You know, I think that looks all right, actually. It's dark, but that was kind of the expectation with these bright colors. Let's close these. Now I'm gonna top coat these in so this can kind of just melt together and get that seamless look. You can also do a very similar thing with pigment powders and eyeshadows, and if you'd like, I can do a video on that as well with an eyeshadow palette. But basically you mattify the nail for that so it has a little bit of texture, and then you just use a fluffy brush to scrub it in. For me, I find it does take quite a bit of coats and scrubbing to get it to be actually very pigmented, because you're sticking it to a dry surface, practically nothing. But it is one of the ways that you can do it if you don't want to do it this way per se. And I will clean up, you know, all the paint that's on my skin after I get this dry, but this is just nail polish, so the likelihood of a toxicity issue is very, very low. Regular nail polish doesn't have the same allergenic problems like gel does to such a degree. It is far less common. But let me go ahead and dry these. All right, so they're dry, which means we can work on top of them. We've got some nail stamping to do. We're doing the silvers. Now for these, we don't need anything in particular, so I'm just gonna take sections, and we can also stick these straight onto the nail so we don't have to take the time to like get them all picked up, and then sticky base coat, because they're gonna be wet, we can stick it straight on here. So what we'll do is we will start with this piece of this one and scrape that off, roll it through. Look how phenomenal that looks. I'm gonna look down this nail, start at the top and just stretch that on there. Get it all the way across. That looks awesome. What do you think? And then I'll just have to use my lint roller to clean this off in between. Lint roller probably could stand to be cleaned off. Let's take another piece. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll get this one put on here. Phenomenal. I'm gonna have to clean this off because I had covered it. All right, and we'll do another one from this end. There we go. And then I'm gonna try and make this one look a little bit different. So we're gonna start here and stretch that on down. Roll that across. That looks excellent. And then we'll go ahead and get another one from this end. All right, that looks good. And then the last one is the thumb. It's a big one, so we're gonna just try and take it across the middle, this whole area. That looks beautiful. What do you think? Super fast, super easy. Don't forget to clean your stamping plates and scrapers. All right, and as you can see, this one has debris all over it. So we'll just go ahead and do like we did before and use the acetone and this brush and to clean that excess off. Okay, we're gonna go in with the Maniology Aqua Topper as always, and we're gonna cover these stamps. We need to cover them with this topper so that it will protect that stamp art from our sèche vive. We don't want it to melt the stamps, and this is the way to do that. This is water-based, and so it does take a little bit longer to dry. I usually like to give it about 2 minutes in the nail lamp. If you're just air drying without, I say nail lamp, I usually like to give it 2 minutes in the nail dryer. If you're not using a dryer or fan of some sort, then you'll probably want to give it a little bit longer. Wave your hand around the space, probably for at least 5 minutes. Now, if it isn't totally dry when you go in with your top coat, I know you've heard me say this a million times, it may cause it to turn foggy and white, but don't worry, it will clear up as it does completely dry and dissipate. It just takes a while. So this is what we have so far. I'm gonna go ahead and dry these. All right, so that's out of the dryer. We're gonna go ahead and do our sèche vive. Nice, juicy, and thick layer. This is actually quite pretty. I do like it quite a bit. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the silver lines or if I should go with black, but I thought the black would be too heavy for what I'm really doing here, and the inspo picture had silvery lines, but I made those with nail stickers. I just don't have any more. I'll put the inspo picture here so that you can see what it looked like. It was a nail set that I made. I just had made it in the past for a nail challenge. And so while I was a little bit concerned that the silver paint here might not be very easy to see, it might be too light, I'm not sure that that's the case. Like, I think because it's a metallic, which is why I chose to use a metallic on top of cream, it makes it stand out enough that you can in fact see it. But I actually think I'm gonna mattify these. I love shiny nails, and I think these actually do look really great shiny, but I think they might be a little bit more fun matte. So we're definitely gonna try it. I'm gonna dry these, and then we're gonna mattify them and have a look. If I hate it, we can always turn it back shiny, But just remember, this is what it looked like shiny if you don't see it shiny again. But I'm hoping it'll look awesome matte. So let me dry this and we'll do it. Oh my God. Apparently I totally forgot to hit the record button this whole time. I painted my nails matte and I think they look fabulous. I was just talking about it and about how much I liked it and how much I think it helps the metallic stamping stand out over the softer background, and with it getting rid of the light lines, it makes it easier to see what I actually have here. And then I'll put up the photo again of what the inspo was. It was a thumbnail, so here's this thumbnail. Colors are different, the little line design is different, but honestly you can use whatever colors you want. You can use whatever stamping pattern you want. If you wanted it to just be florals or abstract or like geometric, like whatever, you can do it. And this is just kind of how you do it. But I really like this. I'm loving it. Let me know, what do you think of this nail design, and is this something that you would do on your own nails?